Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Arsenal. Today I'm going to be looking at a Kalashnikov, the carbine variant of the AK-12, and I'm extremely excited to review this gun. This is a gun that I have used extensively in Battlefield 4. It's not particularly powerful, it's not particularly excellent at any one thing, but it is a very good all-round gun, and I've found that I gravitate towards it when I need a gun that I know how to control and things like that. So I really enjoy this firearm, and I really enjoyed taking it for a spin once again in Battlefield 4. In this review I'll look at my attachments and my class that I run with this gun, how I use it, so looking at my tactics, analysing what situations this gun's good for, what situations this gun is bad for, and just giving my overall opinions on the gun while providing you guys with some footage of me playing with this gun. So hope you enjoy it. Let's get on with the review. As this gun is a carbine, the first decision you're going to have to make when you decide to use any carbine in Battlefield 4 is what class you're going to use the weapon with, because it can be used with sniper, support, engineer, or assault. So you could be like a silent sniper who's actually not sniping and just running around being stealthy, planting spawn beacons and things like that. Or you could be a support player with a silenced carbine or a loud carbine, just running around with a fast weapon and providing your team with ammunition boxes and things like that. However, the two I prefer are medic and engineer with this type of weapon. I find the engineer is extremely good to run a small fast weapon like a carbine, because you can jump in and out of tanks, as you'll see me doing in a lot of my clips, and repair them, and then take your rocket launcher out, get a long range kill with that if you need to, and then you've got a brilliant weapon which you can then pull out and take out any other engineers who are trying to destroy your vehicles. And it's good for a variety of situations. It's good to have a player who can be good against infantry, so with their carbine, and good against vehicles with their rocket launchers, and also provide support to their team's vehicles through the repair tool or the slams, which can help take out enemy armor. If it's not the engineer class that I'm running with when I'm using the AKU-12, the likelihood is I'll be a medic, and I'll be running around with my fast lightweight weaponry and dropping medkits down for my team, defibrillating and reviving fallen comrades. The choice for me is between medic and engineer, and it's purely situational. So if I think there's a lot of medics on my team and there's enemy vehicles, I'll switch out to the engineer class and just rock it on that. I found I was running the heavy barrel a lot of the time with this particular gun, and when you combine that with an AFG, an angle foregrip, you can decrease your first shot recoil and basically negate the heavy barrel's added recoil as long as you're tap firing, and this makes it all the difference at range. It means you can take people on at medium range, even if they have assault rifles, DMRs, or even snipers if they're not particularly accurate. So basically it just extends your capacity for killing out to a decent range with this carbine, but also at close range you're not going to notice the recoil so much, so it doesn't decrease your ability to take down targets at close range. On top of that, I was adding a laser and a PKS hollow on top, which is basically the Russian or Chinese red dot / holographic sight, and it's actually my favourite sight in the game because I just think it looks so cool. However, there's an alternative suggestion of how you could run this gun. I found that suppressor on this gun was actually very effective, and the enemy team won't know what hit them until you're right on top of them. You flank them, they won't know you're there. You can take out 2 or 3 on the way, and they won't just turn around and shoot you as soon as you come around the corner, because they'd be confused, like, oh god, where am I getting shot from? So suppressor on this gun, if you want to compromise on your accuracy at long range a bit, just rock a suppressor on it. It's perfectly effective at close to medium ranges, even with a suppressor, and I found I was alternating between heavy barrel and suppressor on this gun, just dependent on the situation. On some of the rush maps I was playing, I was finding lots of people were grouping together, so I just put the suppressor on there and was able to get a good flank on. As I said, it's purely situational. Just be ready to change up your loadout dependent on how the map's playing out. Heavy barrel or suppressor, angled foregrip, laser sight and PKS hollow makes this gun extremely usable and pretty versatile. So that's how I ran the gun. Now, is it any good? The simple answer is yes, it is very good. However, it's not perfect. Its damage is fairly low, you can shoot lots of rounds at someone, and then a more powerful gun can kill you in half the time. So its time to kill isn't brilliant. So working a headshot there, here and there, and it makes it much faster. And use cover as much as possible to negate the fact that you don't do as much damage as some of the other players. Rate of fire's pretty fine. The controllability is brilliant. It's really easy to control, especially with the attachments I've got mentioned. As I said, it's fairly accurate, so it's good in that regard. It's fairly versatile. You can use it at pretty much any range, as long as they're not like hiding it behind a rock at 1,000 meters away or something ridiculous like that. The gun's very good, but again, I'm being subjective because I love AKs. I'll be very disappointed in any shooter that didn't include a Kalashnikov. In fact, I was disappointed by the fact that Battlefield 4 didn't include a bog standard AK-47. I really wanted to see that gun in Battlefield 4, and they didn't, but they did include the RPK. But still, it would have been nice. It would have just been nice to see a big, old-fashioned AK-47 make its way into Battlefield 4. We still have 2 expansion packs to go, so maybe it'll be added in later. But as I said, I'm not being objective when I look at this gun, because I love Kalashnikovs. I use this gun a lot in the game, so I'm pretty competent with it. So maybe you guys might have a different experience when you play with it. It's just the fact that I've bothered to use this gun a lot, so I've learnt it maybe. But I think it's a very good gun, and you can definitely get good with it. I wouldn't say it's a competitive gun. I don't think it can take on an AEK or a SCAR or an M416 even for being the top of the pile at damage dealing and things like that. But its versatility means it's still usable and it still has a role on the battlefield. And what I've started to do when I run this gun is develop a sort of tank commander style of tactics. So you run your engineer class, you have your repair tool to repair your tank, your AK to take out infantry, and your tank to deal significant damage to the enemy team. And I found this an extremely effective tactic on Rush especially. For example, in one game I was playing on Golmud Railway Rush, I actually went 22-1 with this gun and a tank, and it just shows how effective this tactic is. So I took out a few people with the tank, got out, ran into the enemy base, took out four odd people with my AK, ran to the MCOM station, planted the bomb, and then when my brother was in trouble in his tank, I went and healed him, and he was under attack from some infantry engineers who he couldn't reach with his tank gun. So I ran around the side, flanked them, and killed all of the engineers that were threatening his tank. And it just shows if you can go 22-1 with this gun when you're just literally having fun. I wasn't playing conservatively, I was running in, all guns blazing, just trying to work together with my brother to get MCOMs planted and things. I wasn't being campy, I was being very aggressive, and it's just a hell of a lot of fun. I mean, if you're running tanks, then I recommend that this is a great loadout for you guys to try. So guys, I really enjoyed making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you want to see me do a gun or a loadout, just leave a comment below and I'll give it a try and hopefully make a video of it. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.